Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. And as you can see, I have a guest and I have my very good friend Tony from London on the show again. How are you, mate?
Hello, Alex. Good, mate. Thank you.
How's the weather?
It's getting cold. We had -3 yesterday.
Oh,
So
that's something.
I lit a candle, keep warm.
Yes. Here we got again, it's very fluctuating, and like 3-4 days ago, Arctic air came here, something like that they call it. And it went down like to 6 or 7 Celsius. Right now it's a little bit like 12 or 13. I still have a jacket because what happens here, the buildings get very cold and then it's warm outside and cold inside. And the opposite happens also when it gets, at the beginning that it's cold outside, it's still warm inside the building. So strange stuff. So that's why, even though today's a little bit warmer, a lot of people are still with jackets. All right, mate, we're discussing before recording, we're going to do a geopolitical or something like that show. We almost never touch these subjects, but it's very interesting. Thanks for proposing that. Basically, that all government is BS, I think. This idea of finding saviors in government, of new governments when there's a change, and they call it democratic. I don't know about that, mate. If it's, the voting system, we know it's very... For me, it's a popularity contest. So it's not that it's not democracy. Maybe the votes are accurate. Okay, 100,000 or million or 10 million to this candidate, 9 million to this. Well, the one with 10 million won. Sure, but we know it's a popularity contest. If you invest money, you are gonna get X amount of votes, and that's worldwide, mate. That's worldwide. Even here, mate, when the candidates are out there, when there are gonna be elections, you hear candidates that say, "Hey, I want to collect money, kind of a donation, and then if I get elected, you are getting a business deal or something like that." That's worldwide, man. That happens everywhere, in the UK, in the US, in every country in Europe, in Africa, everywhere. Okay, so is that democracy, or is that a popularity contest? And not even that, it's rigged, because if it was real popular, but we know popularity can be steered by publicity, okay? And by something else, by putting out bad stories of the other candidates and stuff. I mean, really dirty, evil stuff. So, governments, mate.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hey, see where we go. I was just chatting earlier, like I said, with Carol, and talking about the world and how it is, and people complaining that they chose this guy and he's let them down, and it ain't working out. But yeah, all their life, they've always picked a side, whether it's left, right, green, whoever, in the hope that their life would be made better. So, I'm picking this for my self-interest. This is going to benefit me. And if it doesn't work out, they vote for the other guy next year, or whatever suits them, what serves them, rather than, I'm not interested in what serves just me. I want equality. I want people to be equal and all looked after. That doesn't enter in people's minds. It's always me, me, me. Oh, this person's going to vote. I'll vote for him and he'll make my life much better. I don't care about the rest. So it's like that energy of picking a side is the energy of me, me, me. I want what I want. And it's like we have blinkers on to other people's suffering. And we kind of have this tunnel vision of, well, if I choose this guy and he gives me what I want, my life's sorted. It's all fixed. I don't need to look outside my bubble at my tunnel vision, because I'm happy. And once I'm happy, I don't need to worry about anyone else. And that energy of selfishness, which we don't see it as selfishness at the time, because it's the system, it's what we've been born into. But it is the energy of selfishness which we're doing and not being conscious of. So, yeah, when we pick any side, like I was saying earlier, it's like we all lose. Because what they're doing when we pick sides is dividing us up into little groups, and tons of little groups that are just against each other. And that division is what keeps them in power and keeps us separate and weak. So, yeah, and it's understanding what we're doing consciously when we do pick a side, or pick this voter, this guy, this influencer, this religion, this belief system. What are we doing? We're not aware. So yeah, I think it's a great topic to try and understand, kind of like what we said in Joel's chat, our motivations, why we do what we do. What is the baggage that we carry with us that makes us choose selfishly, you know? So yeah, I think it is, for me personally, picking any side, we all lose. It's division. And that's all that happens when you pick sides. So I find it interesting when you talk to people that don't see it. They do not wake up. Oh, they look traitors. I hate them. That politician let me down. He lied to me. I'm going to vote for them next year. And then 4 years later, they vote for the same guy that cheated on them. And it's like a ping pong match. And they never snap out of it, the hypnosis. So I find it funny that people look to the system to solve their problems, which it's not there to do. It's not there for that. So yeah, mate, that's what I'd say.
Yes, I think that we're touching something that is very deep philosophically, and the reason why, in a nutshell, all governments through time, through history, they don't work. And remember, 1,000 years ago, we had the kings and we had those sort of things that there was no saying in a way. And then I think they modified the system to say, no, you get a say, you get a vote, okay? So you pick your candidate, and then they present these candidates that I think all work for the same team, by the way, in the background. And so you like the young one, and you like the right wing one, and you like the left, and you will central and liberal and conservative, and whatever you like, we're going to show it to you. And in Italy, for example, so many political parties through history. Italy has been a country since 1945 only. I mean, before that, they had a king, Vittorio Emanuele. Yes. And before that, they were a kind of, not really a country, but they were really 7, 8, 15, 20, depends the time in history, kingdoms, small kingdoms. Okay, that they kind of work together, and they went to war between them and stuff like that for new territory. So it was a mess. But a country, a republic, Italy has been since 1945, and that's when the king, because maybe a lot of people don't know this, but during Mussolini time, which was previous to Italy being a country, there was a king. He was powerless, but because Mussolini was the real leader of the country, but technically he was the head of state. Okay, I don't remember Mussolini was prime minister. I don't recall exact position, but so in these 80 years that Italy has been a country, a lot of parties made, and the most irrational one is called Democrazia Cristiana. It's the name of the party. Basically, what that's saying is liberal Christians, which in a way they don't work together. Okay, it's usually Christianity is right wing. Okay, and liberal Christians. Okay, so that party came out because say, okay, maybe you're a Christian, but we're liberals, so we're gonna become liberal Christians. So maybe you like us. Like so. Many central right and all the spectrum of the political ideas. Okay, extreme left, extreme right, for example, very well known. I just said before we were recording, the guy that had the TV networks, and Berlusconi. Berlusconi was right wing. Right now, Meloni is the prime minister, a woman, right wing. Extreme right wing. So they tried everything, mate, and they complain all the time about all the governments they have. Oh, they're the left, the communists are here, the socialists, and then the conservatives, and they complain.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I want to share a little story. When I was in the UK, mate, a friend from the company I worked, much older than me, I was in my mid-20s, and he was probably, I don't recall asking him his age, but he was at least mid-40s, probably late 40s. From Africa, from Ghana, migrated to the UK in his 20s, but he did tell me. And I remember when we were talking politics, I remember in Ghana, all the time, a new force, sometimes through force, war or whatever, revolution. And we are the good guys. And everyone was excited. Yes, finally, the good guys are here, man. And they became, once in power, they became exactly like the old guys. So I think that's a key, mate. Power corrupts.
Sure.
That's why governments don't work anywhere. I remember sharing before recording you about my experience in Finland. Sure, but in the long run, every position of power will corrupt. Okay.
Oh,
And I'm sorry to the ones, if someone is watching and you're a politician and you feel you're the greatest person in the world, that's great. And not, please, it's not a general criticism or something like that. It's just through humanity, power is corruption. So that's why governments, all governments, in my humble opinion, don't work. And the democratic process, I don't even bother about it anymore. Right here in Mexico, they're dismantling. We didn't have any democracy from the 30s to the late 90s. Okay. There was one party. I mean, there were other technically parties, but they never won, mate. It was the
no.
PRI, PRI. Won almost 70 years. Finally, 2000 election, another party won. And it was similar to my friend from Ghana. Finally, the good guys are here. Okay. And they were 12 years, because here in Mexico, 6 years presidency. So they were from 2000, 2006, 2006, 2012. And then the PRI wins again. And then, and they say, no, we're reformed. We're not like the old PRI. We kind of, we got the message, okay, we're better now. So they get there. And then in the 2018, because it's like the other one, which is called PAN. And the PRI, no. So this leftist populist president, that he had been a candidate for at least 3 elections before that, probably. He was 2006, 2012. So it was his third election being a candidate. He had lost the 2 previous ones. Finally gets elected. And you know what, man? The little democracy, at least it was some sort of semblance of working democracy, because, by the way, Mexico is a little bit more advanced in some things than other countries. And this system was at least run by the people, not the government. I'm talking about the elections.
Yeah.
It was what is called, I mean, it was, how can I explain it? It was not a government employee or anything like that. It was actually all honorary positions, and you will get a letter in the mail you want to participate in the elections and that. My sister actually participated in one, stuff like that. So,
That's
no,
good.
it's corrupt, he says, the new president. It's corrupt. We have to dismantle it. And they started dismantling first the electoral system, the judicial system. And 2024, new elections come. They, of course, win again, but by an irrational margin, mate. Like, you win in these countries where there is no democracy, like Venezuela and stuff like that. That stuff like, they won like 70-20 or something like that.
Wow.
Which is not Mexico. It's not, we're very divided. So, and politics, I mean, it's like the US. You don't see a president in the US winning 80% and the other 20%. You just don't see it. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter the person. Yeah.
Sound right, does it?
But right now, everyone's saying we went back to the 70 years. So this is the second term they won. They're going to win again in 2030, 2036. It's going to be, because they have dismantled the little democracy that was there, because power is corruption. And and we have to understand, all politicians worldwide, mate, it's almost like a lying machine. I mean, whatever is coming out of their mouths, you can almost bet it's more than 90% lies.
Yeah.
So sorry, I went on a ramble. Go ahead, mate. Sorry about that.
Good foundation, isn't it? It's all building to this understanding of what democracy is. It's literally they cast their net wide because they want to cover all bases. They want to cover all types of people. So if you're far right, I don't even know what left and right means anyway, but if you're conservative, you want a government that's controlled, moderate, steady, not too reactionary, conservative. And if you like private businesses and entrepreneurship, I suppose that's right, you know. And if you want state control, public owned facilities, gas, electric, all the commodities, that's more left, socialist. So, but I don't like getting stuck in that paradigm, left and right. I want to do what's right, not what's given to me. But yeah, they cover their bases so that everyone that's out there voting or thinking of voting can go, yeah, that's my party. Yeah, he's my guy. She's my woman. And it's all a trap, because once they get in power, you've only got to look back 3 months at what they promised us to what they give us. They were lying. So when it's like you're catered to and seduced. You know, you're wined and dined, and yeah, we're your friend. Like this guy said, no, I've changed. I'm a reformed character. I'm on your side now. And it's like they convince us that they've changed and that they're really our friend. They want the best for us. So, and then we fall into that same trap and elect the devil, the better of two evils. So, in a way, it's our own selfishness of like, yeah, you'll give me what I want, I'll vote for you, and I don't care about anyone else. Instead of maybe there's nothing outside there that can give me what I want. Maybe what I want is inside me. Maybe what I want is adjusting my thinking and my expectations to what I want and need so that I'm content without anything out there. As long as I've got my food, my shelter, my family, my friends, the basics, whatever they're promising me is not going to be better than that. And it's us, once we've got that consciousness of, I make me happy, no one else, the system can't play us like puppets. They can't manipulate us to feel that we need them, to feel that we want, they've got what we want. So it is a big con trick, and we're lied to constantly, but it boggles my mind that people keep falling for it, and they keep believing these people that they're going to be good this time. And yeah, it's incredible. But the work's within. It's like you can pick a side, you play that game. It never works. You know it don't work. Or you could look at your own values, and maybe it's our own energy and our own values that create our better life, our own world, and those around us. Kind of like what Joel said. It's like I don't promote this stuff. I'm an example of. They say, "Oh, you're happy. Why are you so happy?" Because we work on ourselves. We don't get validation from other people of that hierarchy that says, oh, you're lesser than me. Oh, you're better than me. I look up to you. Oh, I look down at you. We don't buy into that class system. We don't buy into that model. We're all equal. And I'm like Martin Luther King said, I judge you on the character of your, who you are, not anything else. So yeah, it's a crazy world. And I think people are waking up from what I've been looking at and seeing on videos, and people are falling out of love with the politicians. And it's kind of refreshing that it's sad it's had to come to this point, but it's refreshing that people are looking away from them. And that's why the system's now panicking and throwing the kitchen sink at us, and locking us down and whatnot, and kidnapping presidents and shooting boats out of the water and whatnot. So we're in interesting times. We're in interesting times, mate. And I would just say it's come to this point where people are so fed up with politicians that I think there's a change happening that the system can't control. And long overdue, I say.
Yes, I totally agree with you. There's something happening. I think a lot of people are finally realizing it's obvious. And something that you and I and Joel and Pat and the other Tony and that we have known for years. Okay. So I think a lot of people are saying, no, this is just not going to work, left, right, center, whatever, as you say, is And if anything, mate, just talking a little bit about that, for me, the most clear example of corruption of power and why politicians and governments don't work at all is, for example, see it in the Soviet Union. The idea is not bad, mate. The idea of communism is not bad in a way. We're all equal. The problem is we're not all equal, okay? I mean, even it will be annoying or insulting that the politicians will call the people comrades, okay? Like they will see you in the street and you're their comrade. Are we equal? I mean, I don't even have a car. I barely have something to eat. I'm in poverty, and you have a limousine and a private plane and houses and a lot of money and that, and you become rich. So that's the corruption of power, mate. I mean, there's one example I want to share. When I went to Iceland with the family, we took a tour. I mean, we basically went to the sites because it's a natural country, the waterfalls are beautiful, ice mountains and that. But we also took a one-day tour of Helsinki. No, sorry, Helsinki is Finland. So Reykjavik, okay? And that's where the president lives. And they took us to the president's house, and they say, here in Iceland, you can knock. And if the president is home, he will respond, and you can have a little chat with the president. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm not saying he should be indulging everyone. I want to have a chat, but
No.
that looking down, that's
Yeah.
corruption of power. Oh, I'm the president. I cannot talk to you. I cannot give you 1 second of my time. You cannot even be close to me because it's dangerous. Maybe you want to shoot me or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And in there, he doesn't have any guards and that. You knock, and the president is home. He's a regular guy. You want to have 5 minute chat? He'll have the 5 minute chat. Hey, president, what are you going to do about this and that? Oh, I'm going to try this and that. That to me is the closest. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Scandinavia is heaven or anything like that, but I think it's living in Finland 6 months, which, by the way, is apparently through statistics. It's who knows? I'm putting air quotes there. Through statistics,
Yes.
Finland is the less corrupt country in the world.
Yeah.
So I remember when I went and got my tax thing, because as an Italian, sure, you can work there, no worries, but you have to do a little paperwork.
Oh.
It was all, I remember the person asking me all the stuff, and I used to Mexico that they ask you 5 copies of everything. And then if you have 5 copies, they ask you for 10, just to, oh no, I need 10 copies of this. I have 5, is that okay? No, go and get more. And everything, like that, like we want to screw you, okay? And I remember when I became a Mexican citizen that the person asked me, okay, you have everything. You are entitled. How much money you're gonna share? Why? I'm paying for the permit and I'm paying for the process. Oh, no. How much, to make it fast?
Oh no.
No money. You know what happened, mate? Should have got it in 3 months, year and a half after. I'm saying, why I'm not getting anything from. So I called
Wow.
Mexico City. That was my own little thing in my town.
Yeah.
I mean, the office, okay. But I got through the internet, I got the number in Mexico City. So they say, sure. I mean, because not a lot of people are getting Mexican citizenship. It's not millions or anything like that. So they asked for my name and date of birth, and they immediately had what I was talking about. And they say, no, you have been like for more than a year now. They didn't call you, and I said, oh, that's because I didn't.
Didn't give it. Yeah.
So I shared that, mate. It's
Yes.
not that I said, you know what happened? That person named this, and that. Asked me for, she did? Okay, that's not good. Let me make a note of that. But you are right now, just ask for your papers, and they make a ceremony here. They make it a little bit nice that all countries, when you become a citizen, there's a little ceremony, you sing the anthem and stuff like that. And so they said, there's a ceremony next month. Ask for you to be included on that one, and they're going to give you your paper that you're a citizen now. Okay.
Oh.
So I remember going there physically and say, hey, hello. And she could say, do I know you? Yeah, I was here last year. Apparently, I have been a citizen for a year, but you didn't call me. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. So, yes, maybe I should have you the money you asked. I was just being
I
an
mean,
asshole, but And, but power corrupts, man. Power
yes.
corrupts. And I was saying about Finland, sorry about that. I went on a tangent. So when I went there to get my tax information, I had to get a tax ID. The person was in a computer asking stuff, and I had everything on paper. No, it's here. Here's a paper from my company. Here's a copy of my passport. Why will you lie to me? She said. Why? I mean, here's your tax number.
Yeah.
I mean, working the honor system. I remember when I was also in Finland, they gave me my computer, used here in Mexico to lock it or take it home, or if someone's going to steal it, to have to
Yeah.
lock it out there in your office and that. I didn't have an office assigned, so I said, should I take it home every day? And said, no, just leave it here. And I remember my boss telling me, who will steal something that is not their own?
Wow. That's different
You see?
mindset.
And
Yeah.
I think, I'm not saying again, Scandinavia is the way to go, but they have a lot of good things going on. And I do believe we can expand that. I
Yeah.
do believe we can expand that. And as I say, how people ask me, if you don't like governments, how is it going to work like governments? Like a family meeting, like a gathering with friends. We don't need police there. We don't need someone calling the shots. We don't need a leader.
Oh,
We're just going to work together. We
that's it.
need to work together, and we need to let the egos, the hierarchies of saying, I'm better than you. Well, you're not. I'm sorry about that. And that's the corruption of power. I mean, honestly, through my life, mate, when I met people of a little bit, how is the mayor? Who cares? He's a human being just like me. I mean, is he better because he's the mayor, as you're saying? I mean, you were saying about Martin Luther King. Sure, I can understand your actions, but to to revere you just because you're a politician?
No.
No, I don't care who you are. I like the Icelandic way. You're the president. You are just like me. Let's see eye to eye. Let's have a talk. Two human beings talking.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that's how I remember politicians in Finland. You'll hear stories. The mayor, I lived in a very small city, 50,000 people, that the mayor will be out there having lunch and you could say hi and have a little chat. No protection, no, oh, no.
Yeah.
Busy, working for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Totally, 100% right. It's this, what do they call it? Attachment to labels and importance, hierarchy of importance. Oh, you're this, you're low down, you're a mayor, you're higher up, you're the president, you're really high. You're a doctor, you're somewhere in the middle, you're a lawyer, you're this, you're that. It's kind of like instead of looking at the person and saying, you're just like me, we're all in this together, we're all in the same boat. We don't. We look at it as, oh, you're better than me, I mustn't talk to you. I've got to know my place. And once people see this system crash, which it's doing now, thank God, they realise it, like you said perfectly, we're just people. We can organise in our own little groups, in our local towns and villages, families, have meetings, decide what we want, and work together to make that, bring it into being. Because it's all people anyway. People do the work. People organise it anyway. It's just that we give a cut to the leaders, misleaders, which are parasiting off of us and making our lives worse, without a doubt. So yeah, it is a different mindset, a different energy, and people say do the shadow work. Work on yourself, and that is important. We need to be better people. We need to be more open-minded and understand I'm not better than that guy, and he's not better than me. For that energy to become more widespread. And once that equality, real equality, and respect between people comes into being, we've won. It's, like you said, that laptop, who's going to steal a laptop? Who's going to take something that doesn't belong to them? That's the energy that we will, not too far down the road, have, because it's the only alternative. It's the natural progression of this system, of what we've been through, and we've been through enough. And yeah, we're all equal, we're all people, and it's a changing mindset and a changing energy that we're not better than anyone else. And yeah, it's interesting times, as the Chinese president used to say. Yeah,
They are, mate. They are. And I'm gonna link something. I'm not gonna be very specific because I don't want to get the video in trouble. But I think all this talk of a new system coming and all that, what I'm talking, or order or whatever,
Yeah.
I think has to do a lot with controlling this. They don't want us to talk. Okay, it's happening here in Mexico, by the way. News story a few days ago. Now the government is gonna tell news outlets what they can talk about and what they cannot talk about. And the president was asked, or where this information came out. I don't know if it was. We have a lady president, by the way, and either she was asked or someone else. But does this include like YouTubers and that? Yes. So they're gonna. I mean, not me because I don't have the exposure. But if I was a 5 million view, 3 million view per video YouTuber, and they don't like what I'm talking about, because that's the key, man. You see. It's not, they say they're gonna tell you what you can talk about because it's for the best of the country and the people. No, it's what's best for them. So if you're criticizing us, you need to shut up and talk about other stuff we don't care about. Okay. That's similar to the thing. As people are finding out this whole system we're in, it's BS, a huge S. They are not gonna lie, because that talk is gonna be how we move forward. No, we don't want you that. So all this talk about what you and I have talked privately that they're gonna do and cut the flow of information, and that is to try to suppress this change that is gonna happen.
Yes.
Because as most of humanity wakes up and says, all of this is BS. Okay.
Yeah.
Or the competition thing, that I'm running all my life, to at the end say what I was running. I was in a race looking to my sides to other people that were racing together, and I come to the end of my life and I don't even know where I was racing to or for what or why and nothing. The thing is race. You need to be in the race, be better, more money, more money. Stop a second. Why?
Yeah.
What? That's this very, very simple question. So I think a lot of people are just realizing that, mate.
Yeah, mate.
That's it's right, left, red, blue, green, as you say, the color, if it's young, if it's old, if they're even things like right now they're using a lot of women, mate, worldwide. And they're aesthetically good looking in a way, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Even the Prime Minister of Italy, she's really nice looking, young, 40 something or something. They're starting to, so you like someone you like. Here there was a case 10 years ago, a mayor of my city, nice lady looking, you don't understand what she was going to do, but a lot of people said, well, she was good looking, so I voted for her.
Oh, no.
Yes, mate. Yes, mate, Margarita, I remember. She
Yeah.
won, mate. She won. So they're gonna, as you say, they're gonna try everything. What do you like? You want them young? Do you want them old? Do you want them right wing, left wing, center mixed with left, with right, and then at least here in Mexico happens a lot, mate, and I know worldwide. They're suddenly left wing. Oh no, now I'm gonna change to this party which is right wing because that's my new focus in life, and I change. I'm a conservative now. I mean, it's the polar opposites. How could you be a politician and have a sense of being left, and then suddenly you're right and you change and you're a Democrat and you're a Republican and then you go back and then you're independent and you're just moving around trying to please to find that to be elected in a way. It's a popularity contest with money involved. If money was prohibited in some way, I don't know how they could do it. There's not going to be 1 second of airtime, how they call it, billboard, nothing. No. Then maybe I could understand people. But the invest, and who's paying that? The groups that want to be benefited once you get elected, mate. And that's worldwide. How they call it in the US, there's a name for that. It's even legal, mate. That you have your groups that, energy and, and medicine and whatever, and they say, and you listen to them. Oh, you got me elected, so I'm gonna push for, your business. Yes, specialty groups or something like that, special interest or something like that, yeah.
Lobbyists.
Lobbyists, man. It's legal, man.
Yeah.
How could that be legal if we want the best for the people? Just think about it for a second, man. We don't want the best for the companies or the ones that put the money in. We apparently a government. The idea is to do the best for the people.
Exactly. Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it, mate? How people wear blinkers. They've got like horse blinkers on. And it's like 1984, the book, George Orwell. He said something about if we can, I'm not sure, it was George Orwell? Anyway, the thing goes.
Yes, the 1984 George Orwell.
Yeah. I think there's somewhere in that book, he says, or the system says, if we can get people to think two opposing points of view at the same time, we've got them. Because the human mind can't process two opposite views. So we'll tell them things like war is peace, good is bad, whatever, these slogans, or this politician was far left, now they're far right. And that's okay. So the public are in this state of mind where their brains can't process the stupidity. So they put their blinkers on and go, oh, I can't think. Tell me what to do, please. My brain's seized up. Just show me what to do. And that's intentionally done to confuse people and cause their minds to lock up, like seize up. And they did it when I was telling you one day, the next day, restaurant, as long as you're sitting down at a table. But if you get up to go to the toilet,
I'm gonna need to take out a lot of them. Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was going round it.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Sorry about that.
Right. But yeah, so many contradictory pieces
indication. Yes.
Yeah, that we're given on purpose. It's a psychological tactic. Give you someone opposing points of view, constantly bombard them with nonsense, and then their brain freezes, and then they give up, and they go, "I don't know what to do. Just tell me, please. What do I?" And that's done on purpose. So, yeah, once people wake up to this and take the blinkers off and really listen to what they've been told, then they can say, "Well, this is nonsense. I'm not buying it anymore. I'm not buying it anymore." And trust in this system is the key to freedom. If you trust the system, you're never going to be free. You're never going to get out of it because you keep looking to it for advice, for a savior, like you said earlier. So once the trust is broken, people need to stand firm and say, "I'm not trusting a liar. I'm on principle, not going to trust a liar. If I have a friend who lies to me, I'll question him. If he lies to me again, he's not my friend." So once these people stick to their guns and stop trusting in liars and nonsense, it's a matter of time, and we're there. I think we're there now. So, yeah, mate, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, and I was thinking as you were saying, and I'm gonna talk about a different thing. When the whole thing on the terrorist attacks happened, early in the century, um, I remember, for example, you would see a newscast from the US especially, and they will say, breaking news, blanket alert,
Right.
be careful today, okay? So basically what that's saying, mate, no, the chances of something happening today is exactly the same as yesterday, but you know what? We want to make you fearful, so be careful and be,
Yes.
So evolving that idea, sure, fear is the tactic, but they want your attention, and they
Yeah,
are losing your attention in
that's
a
the key.
nutshell. They want
Yes.
your attention, and worldwide they're starting to lose their attention. People really, a lot of things I noticed, mate, because I think your interest, I know you, I think you don't use it because you don't have an account, but X, I think is the best way to get this kind of things that happen that they say a new thing coming. And right now we were in the trip, and I saw a lot of people with, I'm going to
Ah,
say it, with covering.
good.
And there was this thing going on there in Europe. I know you heard that there was this new thing going on, very strong, and didn't catch up, mate.
Sure.
Sure, a few people put in thing, and they were,
That's
a little bit interested in that attention, but it didn't catch up. Right now
yeah,
it's 14th of January. No one is talking about that anymore.
that's
So
good.
they're throwing stuff out there to see if it sticks, and it's not sticking.
Yes.
It's not sticking. I'm not saying we're completely there, but that's the reason mainstream media is dying. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Mainstream media is dying worldwide. I know we're gonna have newspapers in 20 years, man. They're gonna say it's because of the paper and that. No, it's because people are not interested anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember watching a mainstream guy here in Mexico, it was a few weeks ago. He was very upset with YouTubers, saying, "Oh, they feel they are newsmen and they don't have the preparation." And that maybe you're upset because no one is maybe they're more interested in watching them. That some of them don't have an agenda, some of them are organic, some of them are than watching you. Okay,
Yes.
and maybe that's what upsets you. Okay, that your trade is dying. Okay, you don't need to prepare to share your opinion, your feelings, mate. You don't need a preparation. You don't need to go to university for that. You don't need years of experience. You don't.
Of course.
And I think the reason people are preferring to go to YouTube that to get a lot of their things instead of going to the channels and that, which all of that is dying, mate. All of
Right.
that is dying. I mean, people just don't care anymore. I mean, right now that I was on the trip and I was a lot in airports, they would have the news on. People were not watching the screen, mate.
No,
They were either talking, some of them over their phones, some of them listening to music. They don't care.
don't want it. Don't want it anymore. Yeah.
And as we detach from that attention, I think they're gonna throw a little bit more
Yeah.
uh, more heavy stuff. Okay. Yes, aliens. Yes, something's happening. Yeah, they're gonna try stuff like that, man. Right now.
That's it.
I think that's coming, but we just need to be prepared. And it
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me that people are not gonna believe it anymore. That's the thing. We don't believe we don't believe in you anymore. We are gonna listen to someone and rather listen to a random guy than you.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
the message.
that shows we've come a long way, doesn't it? To be in this stage to actually say that. Because before we jump from left and say, I don't trust you. I'm going to trust this other liar. I'm going to go right.
Mhm.
And that's now finished. And yeah, when I was doing my posters, I was posting like my little posters I put out there. And it's like a picture of a guy standing on with a television set under his arm. And it says, protect your family. Throw away this piece of another one of a guy throwing out a TV out of his house with his two kids and his wife behind him and divide and rule on it. And the guy stopped me and he said, so who would you vote for then? I said, well, I wouldn't vote for any of them. He was an old guy. And he said, well, then you can't have a say in how the country's run then. I said, it's not the point. That they're lying to you. And he went, no, no. And he didn't want to hear what I had to say. He was so set in his ways that I couldn't get through to him. And it was this, oh, no, no, not listening. And I thought now the younger people and middle-aged, everyone, apart from the really old ones who are set in their ways, are like, oh, what are you doing here? What's that there? Oh, let's have a look at that. I'll take that. And they put it in their pocket and they walk off. Or some don't, but a lot of the woke kids, they ignore me. They're like, no, I don't want to know, don't want to know. They're into this socialism, this communism. But most normal people, no, I don't like to use that word, but other people, they're like, what you got there? More and more. They're interested in something else, a new way. And like you say, the attention is coming away from the mind control box and the newspapers to the people, YouTubers and anyone but them. So, yeah, I'm optimistic, mate. And we're not picking sides anymore. We're actually thinking for ourselves and being conscious of what we do because we know it's important. Because we were lazy. Oh, yeah, you do it for me. Let the system do it for me. That's lazy. And we got what we deserved in a way. We got a lot worse than we deserved, but now we're being conscious because we have to be. And yeah, I'm really optimistic, mate. And I'm glad we did this chat because whoever sees it, it's a truth bomb. It's just gonna.
Yeah, I need to take out a few things, I think, to be on the safe side. But but what you were saying with the old person, mate, that's exactly it. Who do you vote? None of the above. I remember a movie, comedy, Richard Pryor, Rooster Millions is called,
Yes.
1985. That he, in a nutshell, for the ones that haven't seen it, in a nutshell, he's the only heir of a very rich person that says you need to spend 30 million in 30 days with no assets. That it was a little bit in the hard side. It was not just throwing the money away. There was some rules. And if you make it, I'll give you 300 million, or I'll give you 1 million right now. So he
Yeah.
takes the challenge, and then he goes into being, and there's the election for the mayor of New York, and he goes into the election. He spends a lot of, again, spending money. A lot of the money is correct for the challenge to spend it on the campaign, very short, few days. But if he was elected, that will be an asset. That will be his salary will become an asset. He will lose the challenge.
Oh,
So he says, vote none of the above, not for me and not for the other guys. And that one, none of the above was the selection. So how do we start in a way, show them that we don't care anymore? Either
yeah.
go to vote and put there, I don't care or whatever, whatever, but not vote. Don't physically vote for someone, or don't vote at all. And then what happens is that will be massive, mate.
Yeah.
And 1% of the population votes on that, and they say, well, we don't have, because I think there are some rules. Okay, that's not going to work. It's not a valid election, for example.
Yeah.
That's going to show them we don't care anymore. We don't want you left. We don't want you right. We don't want candidate A. We don't want candidate B. We know it's BS. You all guys work for the same. We
Exactly.
know we want something else. And that's a huge moment in humanity.
Yeah.
If that starts happening worldwide, that we get out of this illusion of democracy, because it's an illusion. I'm sorry about that. It's an
Oh, yeah.
illusion. It's an illusion. When you see people fighting, oh, Trump, oh, Biden, or whatever, or Kamala, or they are all working for the same guys.
Puppet
And the
show.
same in the UK, the same here. Because right now, for example, here they say in Mexico, okay, great. They are there's a level above governments, okay, that they are the ones that are gonna say, right now in Mexico, we need the leftist guy. We need this movement. We don't like where it was going. Because at the end, they work for us anyway. And in the US, Trump, trust me, there's a reason for that.
Oh yeah.
And they maybe needed a crazy guy. Because right now Trump is capable of doing anything. Man. He says he's going to invade Greenland, and I can believe it, by the way. He even said a few days ago that he's going to invade Mexico.
Yeah, I heard that.
To fight the cartels.
Crazy.
I believe everything because that guy's. So they wanted the guy. They wanted the guy like that, okay? So in a way, there's a reason for that. There's a reason he won, okay?
I believe that's what his script says. He's told what to say, isn't he? I mean, he's literally playing that role as an actor.
Yes.
We need you to do it. We need to be the crazy guy. Here's your script. And
exactly, you need to be the crazy guy.
Yeah. And I think people are seeing it. This is too obvious that 1 minute you're doing this, you promised this, and now you're invading countries and killing people in the streets. No, you're an actor, mate. You're all actors. So, yeah, it's just inevitable. And like you say, they're throwing the kitchen sink at us in an attempt to get us to believe them, to follow them, to control us. But yeah, it's a very interesting time to be alive. And I wouldn't have any other way, you know. I'm here, I'm going to be here till the end and however long that takes. But do the right thing. Do the right thing, people, because you get what you give out. The energy that you put out is what you get back. And be conscious of it. And picking sides is the wrong energy. It's totally selfish and divisive. So yeah, I think it's a good time to be alive. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, mate, I think we're going to be fine. I'm sorry especially in my case, I don't want to do fear mongering. I never do it, and we're going to be fine. They're going to try that. As they lose control, they're going to get desperate and try some stuff. Yes, but we're going to, at the end, humanity is going to win. The world is going to win. That's the direction we're heading. I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetimes. I honestly don't think that's a point or that's important.
No.
The direction is the important thing, and that's why these things are happening, because people are just realizing this is all a play. All these guys are out there in a stage, and they work for someone behind the stage. Of course, there's a puppeteer moving the puppets. I can assure you that. Okay. Oh, here, and I'm the crazy guy, and I'm the nice guy, and I'm the awful guy, and I'm the pretty guy, and I'm the old guy, and I'm the young guy. All the possibilities, and they're looking for your attention.
Yes.
And people are getting out of the stage. It's BS. I'm done. I'm getting out of the theater. Okay.
It's a great analogy. It's theatre, isn't it? It's all theatre. It's like the Muppet Show. I don't remember the Muppet Show.
And they're like, look at us. You have looked at us for thousands of years. Why it's not working anymore? Because this is not the way. It was never the way. Okay. No. When I hear, now that is coming, for example, Trump, he's a savior. Thousands of examples how that just is not the case, okay? And if people, if anything, don't see that this guy, really, you can see the intentions, man. Intentions are within you, and I always say that something which you have control with. Yeah. But with these guys, I cannot understand it, because I heard a lot, he's fighting the system, it's because of the state and stuff like that. Maybe he works for them. You're seeing it a little bit different.
Keeping us on that merry-go-round. He's keeping us on the circuit.
There's a reason. I don't have the reason, but there's a reason he's right now and what he's doing, okay? And yes, as I said on the show with Joe we had last week, things are very fast right now. There's a lot going on. I'm not saying there's nothing. No, there's a lot going on. And I expect more intense stuff, okay? And we can also forget that a few weeks ago, maybe you heard it, maybe not, that was another thing that I think didn't work out. This comet that they say was doing intelligent things, and comet 3-1 Atlas, 3i Atlas, something like that.
Look into it. 3-1.
Yeah, there was this stuff going on. A lot of videos on YouTube, it's changing direction, and the comet shouldn't do that. It's an intelligent thing, and then Same as the super flu that I was telling you about in Europe. Super flu, whatever, went away.
Because no one's buying.
Because yes, these stories, mate, depend on your attention.
Exactly.
Feed on your attention.
That's
You don't
it.
give it your attention, and I'm talking globally, they die.
That's it.
What I'm trying to say is when they were saying breaking news, blanket alert, and everyone was, oh, and you were out there maybe hearing it in your car, breaking news, there's a blanket alert, watch out. What? And then you think for a second, say, what does that mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to scare me?
Isn't it conscious? Like they need to recruit us. They need to recruit us into a cause or another, one agenda or another. And we choose whether we do it or not with our attention. Yeah. They want to recruit us into their theatre. They want to make us part of their theatre.
Mhm.
The show's over, system, the show's over. We've done with
Because
it.
same as animals, mate. When you are fearful, you are controlled.
Yeah.
I mean, just think when animals are, and that they're not thinking. I mean, they're reacting. They're not thinking. Okay. And what happens with deer when they're fearful? When they see lights, they stop. They're blocked. Same fear collapses you. You are not gonna be able to operate through fear. When you lose all fear, mate, and say it's all BS. I'm not blanket alert. Whatever. I'm going through my day fine. Thank you. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay. Because right now, what is going on with the world is also, there's war coming and there's invasions coming. Fear, fear, fear. Okay. It's not. I think we're in a moment. If I could put it on a clock, mate, we're at 11:59 at night. There's a new day coming. There's a new day, but that minute is not a minute technically, or a day, or a year. So a lot of people say 2027, 2030, 2050, 2080. I don't know, but the trajectory is there's a new humanity coming.
Yeah.
And a completely new system, which is nothing like, I cannot even explain it. I don't know it, but it's going to be nothing like we have right now.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we can be proud, me, you, Joel, Pat, and millions like us, that we stood firm and spoke our truth, regardless of whatever came at us. We can be proud of that. And it might not even be recognised. I don't care if it is or not. It's satisfaction enough knowing I stood firm and spoke my truth, and we all did. And like you say, we might not be here to see it, but at least we were an example of someone to a different way, a different way, and that's had an impact out there in the world. We've woken people up to another way, that the system isn't it. And yeah, I'm privileged to meet you and know you and the other guys, Pat, Joel, everyone else. Because I was a normie, I didn't know nothing. But once I found out this system's rotten. Wow, they're doing this and that, and these are the things behind it. I grabbed it with both hands and was like, yeah, no, this is wrong. I'm going to do what I need to do what's right. That's all it takes, the right energy. And like we say, we might not be here to see it, but I think we've lit the touch paper. Us lot, we've lit it, and it's not stopping. The ball's rolling fast, and the system is the Skittles. So, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, also a privilege to know you and the guys and everyone. And you get inspired, mate, I guess, because I still believe you can only change yourself. And really you cannot even try and change others, but you can inspire them, as Joe said. You're saying. And I think what you do with your things that you posted there, you inspire someone to go through their own path and say, oh, now I get it. It's BS. Yes, I got there. Thanks, Tony, for giving me my start. But I got there on my own, because you have to get there on your own. Because if not, how are we different from the system?
Yeah.
If we say, no, you have to believe me, that is something. No, you listening have to figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, there's a reason for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you say, being a normie, that's fine. That's fine. Again, it's a line. Maybe you're here, I'm here, you're there. There's no good or bad. The only thing you can do is being at peace with what you believe in, with your story inside, your truth inside. And for me, that's why I don't even. I mean, I enjoy the chat very much, but I don't do it that very much with regular people and that, because what's the point? I mean, again, it's a popularity contest. Oh no, people that like Trump, he's Wonderful. People that don't like Trump, he's awful. All right, it's a line. It's judgment either way, by the way, because good and bad and that, as you say, who says that? I mean, if we get amnesia, I can tell you that even saying if someone is pretty or awful, judgment is the programming. Okay, you see someone and say, oh, that guy or that girl is good looking, bad looking, is programming. Okay, you will forget all that. You will not. They will just be people. There's no good or bad. Okay.
Division, isn't it? In a way, judgment is division. Oh,
yes.
You know.
And it's programming. I mean, how can we say, oh, this guy was so good, this guy was so bad? No, we all have our own stuff. And at the end, what works for me or what I'm truly convinced is this is all a play. Even one of my very early shows, mate, I think the title was episode 6 or something like that. We're in 400 and something. Life is all a play or something like that. And I have that analogy of the theater, that you go in and people are leaving the theater. And it's the puppeteers, no, please look at us, please. What do you want? Do you want a new play? Do you want new characters? No, because of BS.
It's all BS.
I just don't have it in. It's not liking it. Not liking it or not liking it. It's people are losing interest.
Yeah. It's like the Truman Show, isn't it? Have you seen the Truman Show?
I haven't, mate. I heard a lot about it. I need to watch it because I heard interesting things about it.
It's a bit of simple.
It's a movie. It's a movie and a book, or just a movie?
It's just a movie, I think.
Okay.
But I won't tell you what happens at the end. But it's literally like you're saying. The main character, Burbank Truman, he realizes it's all a show. And I mean, if I tell you the end, you'll know.
No, don't tell me. But maybe for someone that is watching that hasn't seen it, also.
It's a really good analogy of the circus, the theatre, and waking up to it. It's a really good little film. It's like a comedy set in the 50s, I think. But it's a really great little film to watch, just to see it. And yeah, it's what's happening now. We're all leaving the theatre. We're all bored of this. This isn't right.
Yeah, and just ending with this, bringing conspiracy theory to the show. It was very mainstream what we spoke today. Nothing out there, but there are people that claim that this is a show, and we are actually the characters. And I think we're losing interest in playing the show. That's also one way of seeing it. Okay, someone is watching, and they need us to be attentive and being playing, and we don't want to play anymore. Okay, because we know it's a show. Yes. Kind of, we're at the end of the movie in the sense of what you're saying. Yeah. That we just realized this is all a show, this is all a play, and I get a lot of comments, not a lot, but I get a few comments or people are saying, hey, this is my last experience here. I'm leaving after this. Sure. And when they say like that, I'm pretty convinced they're going to make it. Because there's deception here and there's deception when we die, by the way. It doesn't end, unfortunately. I wish you just die and they leave you alone. I wish that would be a little bit better, guys, you rulers of this world. But there's deception here. And then when we die, it's another playmate, a new one. And we have to be, this is BS also. So thank you, I'm leaving. Be well, and you leave.
Okay.
Thank you, mate. Anything in closing?
Yeah, I just see it as like this great analogy theatre. It's a theatre show, and the puppets are trying to get our attention, and also that maybe the audience are also puppets. We're not just passive, not in the sense of we're meaning to be, but we're recruited by the theatre. We're recruited into their little games, the little tactics, the little agendas. And I believe that, this body mind suit that I'm in, this avatar, I'm seeing through it. I'm the spirit beneath it. And so when we die, don't get caught again into the body and believing that we're the body and the mind. Be aware that we're the conscious spirit beneath that's shining through. Because if we think we're another body, we're going to come straight back round to this place again. So, I would say just know who you are. Know thyself. We're the witness beneath. And follow your own intuition and do the right thing. Yeah. For the sake of everyone else coming behind us. Yeah.
Thank you, mate. And I need to say a couple of things there. I think maybe, yeah, we're puppets on the show, on the theater, but we're becoming non-puppets. We're realizing what we are. And about the thing of the body, sure, we leave the body, but then we have the soul, mate. The soul basically is another body. I think that's a deception. That's why it works. Some people say, well, I'm dead. I'm pure spirit now. Not yet. Your soul that has the spirit inside, like a bag that is holding the soul. So I'm gonna do a show soon, no support video, 10 minutes, just an image. Because Melissa, a viewer of the show, sorry if I got your name wrong. I think you're Melissa. Sorry about that. You asked, do you have any suggestions how we leave this system? You have to leave the soul. You are there, you realize you're still a soul, and you say, thank you, soul. And you leave it, same as the body.
Yeah.
Because this is getting very complex and it's not part of the show, but when you die, a lot of people go back, mate. But no, it's my body. And maybe, my Ferrari, my Rolex, my bank account, I want to go back. Why? No.
Yeah.
And they become disembodied souls. You see? Disembodied souls. Not spirits, nothing like that. Disembodied souls are there roaming without a body. They're like chickens without a head. Okay, they're out there. That's what becomes ghosts and that.
Yeah.
But when you leave the body, when you're fine with, when you're prepared to die and you leave, then you become a soul. That's when the new play comes. And that's when I want to share in that show, that there you have to leave the soul as well. Because I'm not a soul, I'm a spirit. Soul is another body.
Yeah.
Is my etherical body, my astral body, my 4D body, whatever you want to call it, my electric body. Is that, is energy body. Sorry about that. Not electric, energy body. Yes, energy body. You have to leave it behind. You cannot take it with you, by the way, because it's part of this experience. It's part of the show. It's part of the deception.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Saying that is nothing wrong with your body. Without a body, we wouldn't be participating. But without the soul, we wouldn't be participating in the deception of this trial incarnation. You have to go back. You did this thing. You have to fix it. No. All that. You say, stop it, puppeteer. Yeah. Stop it, puppeteer. I know you're a puppeteer. I know this is BS. Here's your soul. Thank you. Your spirit, you leave. Okay, so I'm gonna do that on a show soon. It's probably gonna come in a couple of months because I have the inventory, but I want to do it because I feel so strong about that. And whoever wants to believe it, yes. And I saw someone on X that recently passed away and said, "Oh, and that, and all the religious stuff. That's fine. You want to do that, but I need to same, and that's fine that you share it because this person made a video before passing away of very advanced disease that starts with a C. Sure. I want to do a show that this you asked me, someone asked me, how do we get? This is my suggestion to you. Whoever wants to take it, I'm gonna get, if that show gets views, I'm gonna get a lot of backlash of religious people saying, no, you're totally going against the religions, the tunnel, the light. Yes, that's the soul. That's part of the soul. That's part of the play. All right, mate. Unfortunately, one thing, we went beyond an hour. It's not going to get dubbed. So, no problem, because it was a great show. Thank you, mate. Anything more?
No, perfect.
Sending you my best, mate. Be well.
Be well,
to everyone watching, thank you very much. Thank you for watching on this long show. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you, mate.
Cheers, Alex.
Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you towards your best person, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice, full violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It's very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you'd like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.